Welcome back to Today on Bay TV. I'm Henry Darby Cook and this is Liz Cairns. And we welcome two ladies who are creating a community-based project that's in partnership with the Big Lunch.
Gaina and Laurie, welcome to the seat.
Okay.
Tell us about your project.
We're asking people to come together in communities and start sharing their ideas, what they would like to see happen in a community. We've linked with the Big Lunch.
Yeah.
Or
So the Big Lunch is the UK's annual get-together for neighbours. So we're just encouraging people to knock on their neighbours' doors, connect with the communities and get to know each other, have an excuse to have a big lunch and have lunch on one Sunday in June.
It's lost now over the years, isn't it? It used to be a big thing back in the day, didn't it? And you'd have the elderly and the next door neighbours be knocking each other up and helping, seeing if they needed anything done, or like you said, just making a meal.
Yeah,
I think it's really good. Bring back what we all used to do before.
Yeah,
basically.
and it's a really feel-good thing to get to know everyone again. And there's loads of statistics that some people, you know, there's some elderly people who don't actually get to chat to many people during the day, and that, you know, you saying hello to them as a neighbour might be the only time that they speak to you. But yeah, it's not just about elderly people either. I think loneliness is something that can affect everybody at every part of their life, whether, you know, if they're coming to a new area or new parents. So yeah, it's all about trying to reconnect communities. So we're doing it through the Big Lunch and through the community project that Gaina started.
So how do you get this park? I can see this lovely park here now. How, if anybody would want to be part of it, how would they go about it?
Yeah, so if you Google the Big Lunch, or it's on thebiglunch.com, you can register and get a pack sent to you directly. You can either have it in physically through the post, or you can download it as well. And it's great. It's got loads of information and tips on how to organise an event. It's got invitations that you can post through letterboxes and posters. And it's kind of an excuse, because it's really hard to knock on someone's door that you might not have spoken to and go, oh, should we get together? But actually, if you say, oh, this is happening across the country, we should do it too. It's a bit of an excuse.
Yeah, it's a way to break down the barriers, isn't it? I think some people these days, they're too afraid to just knock the door, or even to say hello, because you're afraid that somebody's going to ignore you, basically. But I think this is a brilliant initiative. Yeah. And if you can say a bit more about yours, it'd be great.
the idea is for them to talk about times when they took part in street parties, because like you said, when we were children, they were the atmosphere, the community atmosphere was amazing. We were one big family.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I want them to start writing about it so they inspire others.
All right.
If they tell their stories, they'll inspire them then to join in as well. Yeah. And the idea is that we all get together and have a street party and start sharing our ideas, because I think people got amazing ideas.
That is so true. Definitely.
And especially with things that are happening now in the world, we need something.
Yeah, it's more important these days.
Yeah.
Definitely. So you're creating an archive, aren't you, of street parties from the past. So if people have got photos or stories to tell, how do they get in touch with you and how do they kind of tell their story?
I've got a website which is activelycreating.co.uk. They can send comments in on there or their stories, and also got a Facebook page of the same name. But the idea then, they'd all send them in. But obviously not everybody's taking part in street parties. No. So it can be community events.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping to start with the community events that have happened here, big ones.
Right.
So, you know, we've had Bay Fest. Yes. That was only a couple of people with an idea of surfing in the bay. Yeah. There was 200 of them in a circle in the bay. And then people liked it, so they created the Bay Fest Festival. Thousands of people turned up. There was 10,000 people.
It goes to show from one
idea, it all just ripples out. Yeah. And there's that one, and then it's Easter now. And in 2011, we had the Passion with Michael Sheen.
That's right, I remember that one.
Yeah, yes. I don't know what it is. I think, have we got a clip?
Yeah. I think we have got a clip of this.
Let's have a little look.
The company will bring to perfection with the new Passover project. The promise of this new Passover is our hope. So what then? So what then is our sacrifice?
Well, I must admit, passion brought all of Batalba together. I know, because I was living in Batalba at the time, and a lot of that was filmed down in Aberavon Beach, in some of the community centres within Batalba. Everybody was talking about it. They got everybody together from all different aspects of areas in life. Everybody wanted to be part of it, and obviously because Michael Sheen was in it as well. But like you said, it was to do with Easter.
Yeah.
And you can say the story a bit more about it.
It started, didn't it? Just a few people talking about it, but it just rippled out in every Twitter, Facebook, and everybody joined in. But like I said, everybody came there. They told a story, but in this day and age, with companies and how it was affecting us, and the crucifixion, it was electrifying. Yeah. And at the end, when he rose, he started telling stories of the people in the area that he'd spoke to. Yeah. I remember, and everybody was cheering. And that lasted for months up there. The atmosphere was amazing. So it's not only just remembering this as the health benefits, because when we're talking to each other about good things, we help and lift each other.
Definitely.
And our inspiration starts flowing, and we learn to come together.
Yeah. Remind yourselves of the importance of just communicating every day to each other and that. And like you said, just knocking the door and saying, hi, are you okay? Do you need anything? Or I'm here. Yeah. Just reminding people.
There's real value as well in bringing people together, whether through storytelling or over a lunch. There's you know, people can start babysitting clubs, or they can borrow tools from their neighbours so that they don't have to buy things. So there's you can save money by getting to know your neighbours. And then obviously as well, it's just really good for your well-being, and
definitely
keeps everyone happy.
And it also shows how much we can actually achieve when we come together. Yeah. You know, just supporting each other. Because the last one I want to talk about is the Swans. Yeah. That made a massive difference in Swansea, and well, it's not just Swansea, Cardiff. They got promoted as well, and it's the atmosphere that builds up when you start supporting your team. You know, there were 40,000 people went to Wembley that year, and they were all singing in the rafters, and the atmosphere give inspiration perhaps to Cardiff, and they got promoted.
We've got a lovely video of this, isn't it? Yeah. Just showing them now. Wow, that's electrifying.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, that is something you would definitely never forget.
No, and like with recent events, this could help with the football. Yeah. If people start remembering the good things, what football does, don't let them take the attention off it by somebody this.
There's so many bad things happening in the world, and actually we want to bring people together and actually show the positive things that are happening.
And show we're not going to let things get to us, so we come together.
And I think it's good for the younger generation as well, for them to know there are good people and so many good people out there as well. Not so that they're afraid, that, you know, when we see all these stuff now on the telly, on the news and everything, just remind them.
There's amazing things happening in the world, but it's nice for us to be able to see them.
Yeah.
What do you think was I don't want to say there was a downfall with community, but social media, the explosion of things like that, that doesn't help, does it, I guess?
I noticed the changes first with the Thatcher era. When we were children, there was play schemes, there was loads of different things. Yeah. But with the Thatcher era, it started changing. The milk stopped in schools. New health and safety rules came out.
I think there's a bit of cuts to councils and cuts to projects, but actually we all have quite busy lives as well. So you don't make the time anymore, and I think there's a thing with social media. It's a great way to connect with people, but I think we don't want to replace that face-to-face connection that we have with something on a computer.
Because they lose their social skills, don't they?
So just in the final moments, can we just recap kind of the idea, I guess, and what you want from Swansea and the local areas?
For them to start talking about the things, the community projects they've been involved in, whether it's football, whether it's street parties, anything. Talk to each other, create a Facebook page, share your stories, sign up for the big lunch.
Yeah, the big lunch is a great opportunity.
Yeah.
We can talk about these ways that we've worked together in the past as communities, and the big lunch is a good excuse to have a new get-together. So that's happening this year on the 18th of June.
18th of June.
Yeah, and it's thebiglunch.com if you want any more information.
And the Joe Cox Foundation is also involved in it this year.
Yeah.
And they're doing a walk through the country, visiting communities. So if we get enough things going, they could visit us.
Yeah,
that's great.
That's great.
Thank you both
so
very much.
Thank you.
Well, after the break, we'll be welcoming Joe Kelly to the sofa and he'll be playing us out the show.
I'm so excited to see him again. We'll see you in a minute.